The Justice League is one of the most powerful groups in all of fiction, but who exactly is the most powerful? What's up guys, welcome back to Superhero Legacy. My name is Liam, and in today's video what I wanted to do is rank all of the original Justice League members by power level. Now like the Avengers, or pretty much any group from Marvel and DC, the Justice League and its characters within are always constantly changing. And depending on the iterations of the Justice League that you are looking at, the team is wildly different. But for today, I'm going to be ranking the original Justice League members, and that's going to include Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Green Lantern, Martian Manhunter, as well as Aquaman. This group is so ridiculously overpowered, it's not even funny. Like, every member in this team is insane. I think that an argument can be made that any one of the original Justice League members can be the most dangerous or powerful one. In my opinion, there's no weak link. I think that everybody has either a power or a skill that they're exceptionally good at. In terms of raw power and ability, I don't think that there's another team, both in Marvel or in DC, that's as capable as the Justice League. I know a popular debate is the Justice League versus the Avengers, but even more than the Justice League, the Avengers team is always changing. There's never like a mainstay group of characters, but no matter what iteration of the Avengers you're looking at, I don't think that any of them could stand a chance against the Justice League. The Justice League would completely annihilate them and it wouldn't be even close. I also love all of these characters so much. I love the Justice League. They're one of my favorite fictional groups of heroes. Outside of their powers and their abilities, I think all the members of this team are fantastically written, and what truly makes them stand out is they have the potential to be great not only in the Justice League but on their own. But let's go ahead and get started with the list, and this is only my list, it's not the right list. I would love to see what you guys think down in the comments below, but let's go ahead and begin. Coming in 7th place, I gotta go with Batman. Now I have to let you guys know that I'm a huge Batman fan and I know what he's capable of doing. But this list is a ranking of the most powerful members of the Justice League. If this was a list of the most dangerous or capable members of the Justice League, I think Batman could easily be number 1. But just because Batman has no superhuman abilities, he comes in last place. But absolutely do not get me wrong, because in terms of just humans, Batman is like the most overpowered normal human that you could possibly get. So much to the point where there are people out there who thinks that Batman could defeat anybody in the DC universe given the right prep time. It's actually crazy. Like, I'm not one of those people, but I know that there are people out there who say that given prep time, Batman could take out characters like Darkseid, like Dr. Manhattan, like Trigon. Like, there's no way, but there are people out there who actually believe that. And I think that speaks volumes of just how overpowered Batman actually is as just a normal guy. But what makes Batman useful, particularly in the group of the Justice League, is that he is a normal guy. He's probably the most experienced of the league when it comes to just being able to know how the world works. Being billionaire Bruce Wayne, Batman also has access to so many resources. He knows how to work with people and build relationships, and there's a reason why he's one of the leaders of this team. Without Batman, this team would quite literally be a group of very powerful beings who just go out impulsively do stuff without any coordination. I think Batman is the glue to the Justice League, and he's the reason why they act as a team. Batman is also extremely skilled in combat. He knows so many forms of martial arts. He's highly skilled and experienced in all sorts of weapons and gadgets. And I think that what makes him so capable in terms of combat is he's a very strategic fighter. His ability to use his intellect in the middle of a battle and plan and strategize and adapt, remain disciplined and have control in any situation really makes him a valuable asset to the team, because he's always composed, he knows how to make the hard decisions, and he knows the right course of action. He's also pretty level-headed. He thinks before he acts. He strategizes, he plans, he's a detective, he solves questions. Like, that is Batman, that's who he is. This team needs a thinker, needs a tactician, a strategizer. Those skills are very important and necessary for this group. Just because I'm placing him last in this list does not mean I'm dismissing what Batman is able to do. He's a very capable man, and he consistently proves that you don't need to have any superhuman abilities to be powerful. Not only does he help fund the Justice League and make a good impression for the public, but his experience in the world, his combat skills, his leadership and ability to make the hard decisions, his resources, and his wisdom and intelligence makes him a powerful member of the Justice League. But moving right along, in 6th place, I have Aquaman. Now, I actually really like the character of Aquaman. I read Geoff Johns' entire run on the character. He revolutionized this character and made me actually love him. Before Geoff Johns, Aquaman was really the joke of DC. He wasn't really recognized or considered as a capable yet powerful character in the Justice League, but I think a lot of people have come to realize, especially recently, how powerful he is. Arthur is the king of Atlantis, which means he commands one of the most powerful armies and groups of people in the world. Atlantis is a high-functioning technological empire that uses magic, the seas, and all of its creatures to its full potential. Outside of his abilities and powers, I think Aquaman being a king already makes him a valuable asset to the team. That's why Black Panther and Namor from Marvel Comics are considered key figures, because they are kings. And in doing so, they command more than just their own might. They hold the power of an entire nation in their hands. They have diplomatic power. And I think that is something that is very underappreciated. It's a tool, it's a resource. It can be used for leverage. It can be used in many different ways. Being a king of Atlantis also means that Arthur is able to lead. This is another skill along with Batman that he possesses. He's able to make the hard choices. He knows what it's like to protect people, to put his life on the line, to sacrifice, to command, to be a figure to follow. But outside of being a king, Arthur has many different abilities, which makes him a pretty powerful character. I would say he's very skilled in combat. He has lots of experience. He also has Atlantean skin, which makes him impervious to lots of weapons and bullets. Aquaman is extremely durable. He's been able to take hits from some of DC's most powerful characters, such as Darkseid. Of course, you also can't forget about his scale armor, which gives him a little bit more protection, and his trident, which is a very versatile weapon. Arthur is also able to communicate with marine life. He's able to swim at very fast speeds, and he of course has the advantage in the water. I think one thing that a lot of people don't know is that Aquaman is actually one of the most powerful telepaths in the DC universe. His telepathy extends not only to marine life, but he's been able to control the minds of people, and to a pretty high functioning degree. Now, he's not on the level of another character on this list, but I think it's worth noting because it's a valuable tool to have. And then last but not least is Aquaman has an incredible amount of strength. He's been able to go toe-to-toe with Superman and Wonder Woman, and although he's probably not as strong as those two, he's been able to give them a good fight. I would say in terms of raw strength, he's probably one of the stronger members of the league. Now, moving right along, in 5th place is Green Lantern. Now, this is Hal Jordan Green Lantern. Now, if you didn't know, Green Lantern, especially Hal Jordan, is one of my all-time favorite superheroes. I read Geoff Johns' entire run on this character, and he expanded the mythos of Green Lantern so much, gave him so many great villains, transitioned him from like a C-list character to an A-list character, and everything that he worked on in those 10 years of writing this characters, I absolutely love. I think Green Lantern is extremely powerful, and I think that Hal Jordan is the most powerful of all of them. His ring gives him the ability to conjure any construct that he can think of, which already makes him a very versatile member of the league. Green Lantern's constructs are also extremely durable, being able to take blows from like Superman, Darkseid, and a bunch of other heavy hitters. And while his ring does lose power, he can just open up a mini portal, grab his lantern, and then say his oath, and it'll be recharged. The ring also gives Hal an armor buff, which makes him more durable. It also enables him to fly at great speeds and communicate with other officers of the Green Lantern Corps. Since Green Lantern is a cosmic character, I would consider him having extensive knowledge of space, planets, other aliens and beings, which makes the pool of inward flowing information for the Justice League that much greater. And while I do think one of the aspects that makes this character so powerful is his ring and his ability to make any construct, literally anything that he can think of, I think what makes Hal Jordan specifically more powerful is because he's consistently proven to be the one with the most willpower. His ability to get up, keep going in the face of challenge, in the face of hardship, his ability to persevere through his struggles, his ability to give everything he has no matter what's on the line is what I think really distinguishes Hal Jordan from all the other Green Lanterns. This is quite literally a man who does not give up. He has conquered fear. And I think having that inward drive, that motivation to be the best person that he can be, to fight for whatever he is able to fight for, really makes him a powerful member of the Justice League. Alright everyone, we're down to our top 4. Number 4 for me is going to be Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is an absolute powerhouse of DC. She is a skilled warrior who has years of battle experience. She's mastered a lot of different forms of combat and has conquered so many different weapons. She is a demigod, so she has incredible strength. She has incredible durability. She is very fast. In fact, I just did a recent short of Wonder Woman versus Thor, and I think that Wonder Woman would beat Thor, and one of the main reasons why I thought that is because Wonder Woman has the speed advantage in that match. I wouldn't say she's as fast as Superman or the Flash, but I do think that Wonder Woman is very quick, and her ability to use her combat skills paired with that speed makes her very lethal. Her reflexes and her reaction time is also amazingly quick, as she's able to deflect bullets. Wonder Woman also possesses a variety of different weapons. She uses those bracelets which can deflect pretty much anything. She also wields an atom-splitting sword which has been known to cut through virtually anything. She also wears the lasso of truth, which she is highly skilled at using. And then of course she has her tiara thing which she can throw, and I don't know too much about that, but she's got a lot of weapons. Wonder Woman can also fly, and she's got a god mode where she pretty much amplifies her powers and becomes that much dangerous. But ultimately, I think what makes Wonder Woman so powerful is her skilled combat. She's one of the most fiercest warriors in all of DC, and her battle drive and her affinity for war makes her that much more lethal. In terms of just being a very capable fighter, I think there are very few characters in all of DC who could go toe-to-toe with Wonder Woman. Diana also possesses the power of gods, and she wields magic to a certain degree. Bottom line, Wonder Woman is just dangerous and incredibly powerful. I mean, this is a person you really do not want to fight. Her battle spirit is just unrivaled, and her skills paired with her speed just makes a recipe for destruction. Number 3 on my list is going to be Superman. I don't think I really have to talk too much about Superman because everyone knows just how powerful he is. He's been strong enough to move entire solar systems. He can fly at incredibly fast speeds. His Kryptonian biology makes him impervious to a lot of different attacks. He's bulletproof. He's got the ice breath. He's got laser eyes. I mean, he has so many different powers. We've seen so many DC stories of Superman showing off his raw strength. We've also seen a lot of stories where he's been evil and he's used his strength and power for destruction. We've seen a lot of different alternate reality versions of this character, like Ultraman, like Superboy Prime, who are just ridiculously powerful. This is just a very strong character. And while I know a lot of people don't find interest and can't connect with Superman because he has all of these powers and he doesn't have a lot of weaknesses, I actually really love Superman as a character. You can watch some of my other videos. I talk about how much I love this character. He's not supposed to be a realistic character. He's an aspirational character that people are trying to always achieve. So for him to be realistic is not the point of this character. He's also very compassionate, he's kind, he's colorful, he's optimistic. He represents the good of people, and I don't know if a lot of people give him that credit, but I love Superman as a character, and this is a video talking about his power levels, which I'm not going to go too extensively into just because I think people know the true power of Superman. And so we're just going to move along, and coming in number 2 for me is going to be the Flash. Barry Allen is one of my all-time favorite DC characters. I love the Flash. I love the mythos that goes along with this character. I love all of his supporting members. I just love the Flash a lot. But there is no denying that this character is OP. I love Flash fans, but at the same time, I hate Flash fans because they are relentless. They are militant about defending this guy. If you look up on Google the Flash versus any other character, most people are Flash defenders, and they're just gonna say Flash no matter what. It's because super speed, especially at this top level, is such an overpowered ability. It lets him essentially do whatever he wants. He can go back in time, he can go forward in time, he can change the fabric of reality. I mean, what is anybody gonna do to this character to hit him? Like, he's too fast. His reflexes are too quick. You're just not gonna be able to touch the guy. He's also able to phase through things, which is a broken defense, by the way. And at the speed that he can move, his power output exponentially grows. He can also heal fast, he can access the speed force, he can speed blitz. Yo, speed blitzing? It doesn't matter what OP character you pair against the Flash. You put him in a battle, these Flash fans are just gonna say he's gonna speed blitz before he or she can ever make a move, can ever speak, can ever even think. It's absolutely ridiculous, and there is truth to that. The Flash is that fast. Like, what are you supposed to do against this character? He's just broken in every way. Super speed is just such an overpowered ability. There's really no reason for the Justice League to lose against anybody with the Flash on their team. Outside of his powers and abilities, I love the Flash because of how hopeful, how optimistic, how positive, how light-hearted he is. He's really in a lot of ways the heart and soul of the Justice League. I love him so much. He's not overly serious, he's funny, he's entertaining, he's kind of the comic relief a lot of times, but when things get real, when he really needs to put in the work, you know, he's got your back and he'll put everything he has into it. I love Barry Allen so much. He's my favorite Flash. He's just so good-natured and you can't go wrong with the OG. But ultimately, I have to admit, this dude is overpowered. But coming in at number 1, the most powerful member of the Justice League, in my opinion, is Martian Manhunter. The Martian Manhunter, of all the characters that I've talked about on this list so far, is I think the most uncommon, the one that people are least familiar with. But this guy is absolutely broken. Let me give you a rundown on this character. He can regenerate from severed limbs, turn invisible, can manipulate the matter of his own body, has super senses, longevity, invulnerability, telekinesis, and his own Martian physiology protects him from most attacks. Superman has even stated that he's the most powerful member of the Justice League, and there's been numerous times where the Martian Manhunter has fought the entire team. The Martian Manhunter has incredible strength. Like, his strength is pretty evenly matched with Superman. The Martian Manhunter is also very fast. His speed I don't think is at the level of the Flash, but it's close. He's fast. He might be on the level of Superman. Like, he's really fast. Martian Manhunter is also durable, have laser eyes, he can fly. The Martian Manhunter can also shapeshift into anyone he wants. Just like the Flash, Martian Manhunter can phase through things, and phasing is just a broken defense in my opinion, because you can't do anything if you can't hit your opponent. So already this guy is loaded in terms of his offensive power, but also his defensive power. But the number one thing that gives him the advantage over everyone else in the Justice League is his telepathy. Martian Manhunter is one of the strongest telepaths in all of DC. He's no novice, he's no amateur. This guy has taken the minds of some of the most powerful characters inside of DC, no matter if they were gods, mystical entities. He is a top tier telepath. Now, yes, he is weak to fire, and a lot of people like to exploit that about him, but it's one weakness. Martian Manhunter also has years of experience. He is very skilled in combat, and he's just essentially like all of the Justice League rolled into one character. That's why he's number 1. That's why he's so powerful, is because he's got the strength and super senses of Superman, the speed and regeneration of the Flash, the years of experience and combat skills of Wonder Woman, the versatility of Green Lantern, the composure of Batman, and the telepathy of Aquaman, but to a far greater degree. He just has a whole host of powers, and he's just great at using them, and that is why Martian Manhunter for me is number 1. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. Please like and subscribe for more superhero content, and share your thoughts of my ranking of the Justice League by power level down in the comments below. I also want to hear about yours. You can also find some of my other videos right over here, and be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok for more content and updates. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and stay super.